There, PB. Just in time. Let's turn this down a little bit right here as far as the music. And if you remember, JD, you want to turn the Twitch music off and or sound so you don't get a little bit crazy right there. Let's add you to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey, man.
Yeah, let me turn this down a little bit more. There we go.
Do I need to get the mic closer?
No, you're fine. I was just turning down the what do you call it? Sound music that was on the stream right here.
Got it.
And then doing a little bit of moving of the icons there. So what's been going on, man?
Well, it was a tough holiday. The day we were about to drive up to have Christmas with my relatives, I broke my elbow so bad. I had to be hospitalized and surgery and all kinds of horrible stuff. So it was a tough holiday, but I got involved with this fan project, and I released my first sound novel, which is it's a form of visual novel, which is computer game type, kind of an adventure game type scenario.
Interesting.
They usually have branching paths. Sound novels tend to be more about sound effects rather than graphics, so it's mostly text, some background images, and then sound effects to kind of draw you in. So I had kind of discovered pretty late this series of sound novels that I really liked, called Umineko When They Cry, which is from Japan, and which is kind of like the home of visual novel creation for the most part. And it was a mystery, and it essentially boils down to a legend of this mysterious witch who killed everyone on this island. And the person who believes that it wasn't a witch, that actually there are perfectly reasonable scientific explanations for everything that happened on the island. And the two of them, the person, who is the witch and the person who has the mundane explanations, they're going back and forth and arguing over everything is kind of the conflict of the story. So, and it's really detailed. It's like just this elaborate story. And I was part of a fan group, and they launched a contest, and they said, hey, we're going to create a fan work. It could be fan fiction. It could be, we had some artists, we had, maybe a musician, things like that. And so I said, why not learn how to write a computer game of some kind and actually do what the original creator did? So I did, and I created The Gift of the Golden Witch, and I'm very proud of it.
Very, very, very cool. Well, if you don't mind, JD, give a little bit of background about yourself and throw out some creds out there for yourself.
Sure. So I've been involved primarily in terms of writing for tabletop RPGs. I mean, my first credit is probably Nobilis Second Edition, the big coffee table book about being a god that was released back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And I've done editing, I've done contributions. I contributed briefly to the Marvel RPG, the most recent one.
I remember that,
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. But just kind of as a freelancer and kind of getting things done that way. I writing is not my day job, but it's something that I've been working on more and more and trying to develop. So I'm always looking to learn new skills and new practices. And I think I came across your stream like right at about the time I learned about the story engine, which you feature prominently on your stream. So
I actually
really
love it.
enjoyed. I love it too. I really enjoyed. I got in on the Kickstarter. I know they just recently did a second one.
Yeah, the Deck of Worlds. I'm excited.
Exactly.
I've already got it purchased.
I know. I'm really pumped. I'm really pumped to receive it. I know that they're close to shipping. So, I definitely think we're on the same wavelength as what inspires us. So, that's how I ended up with hanging out with you.
Well, we got a celebrity up in Scribbler Society here.
Not even close, but God bless.
Well, is there any way you can share some of your stuff on screen? Is that possible, or is it too
Um,
much of a copyright thing going
mm,
on?
Not really. So the other thing that I did was I gathered a lot of public domain and
Hmm.
Creative Commons music and
Oh, nice.
backgrounds and stuff. So long as I don't charge money for it and don't monetize it, I can kind of do whatever I want with it,
Okay.
which I think is pretty cool. I see that there is a share button down here, but I've
Yep.
never tried it on
You
Streamyard.
can click share, and then you can actually pick a
A
browser
window.
a browser tab actually if you need to,
Okay. Well, let me. Do you want to
and
look
we
at
can
the
share it up.
website, or do you want me to like launch the game and show you what it looks like?
All the above. You can actually share the whole thing up on the stream. Everybody else will be able to see it too as well, which is
All
kind of
right.
cool. That's why one of the reasons I love StreamYard.
Yeah, that is cool. Let me
Still
fix
using
my.
Windows 7, by the way. It's a pride
Well,
badge, believe it or not. It's a pride of badge of honor right there.
well, I'll launch the game first, and I'll put the website up a little bit later.
Okay.
Um, let's see here. Share screen. Oh, it shares the whole screen. Oh, I see. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I can pick a window. All right, there we go.
Okay.
Does the sound of it come through too?
I am hoping. So there we go.
Do you hear the music?
Let me turn up my headset here a little bit. You may have to turn it up, maybe, if there's any kind of sound volume or anything on it.
There isn't really.
Okay. Let me move my.
I wonder if I can output the sound somehow. No, I guess I can't.
Okay.
Anyway, so I'll just show you what a sound novel kind of looks like.
Okay.
Um, I used a piece of software called Toronto Builder, and it kind of
Okay.
helps you put these slides together.
Mm-hmm.
You can set the speed of the language. You can set, whatever language you want,
Mm-hmm.
whatever text you want. You click to advance, or you can set it to go automatically. There's certain
Mm-hmm.
areas here where I kind of want it to sync to the music, so I take control over what the text is on the screen because I really
Mm-hmm.
want to like punch it up at certain points.
Yeah.
Um, so this is like the difficulty of the mystery, um, and kind of our introductory material where I
Mm-hmm.
thank everybody and let people know what it's about.
Nice.
So this background picture is from a website called Pexels,
Okay.
Pexels, and they have a lot of contributors who do Creative Commons stuff, and then I kind of massage it to kind of look in like the art style of the game that I'm sort of aping or
Mm-hmm.
imitating, and so then the text sort of shows up here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in the actual games, they have art of the characters as well.
Mm-hmm.
So each of the characters, when they arrive, will talk, even though they may or may not be voice acted. I
Okay.
did not want to use the copyrighted art of the characters,
I
so
hear
I
you.
just
Yeah.
decided to go with my own text.
Okay.
Um, but this is kind of what it looks like. You can,
I was about to.
Tyranno Builder
I was.
automatically gives you like this stuff here.
Yeah. I was about to ask you what the three little bars were. Okay.
Yeah, so it's just like a little menu. You can, if you want to look at the art, you can hide the text window and just
Mm-hmm.
look at the art. Um, you can save your spot. Mine takes about an hour and a half to go through.
Okay.
It's like a good sized movie, or I'd say novella length probably.
Okay. Very
Um,
interesting.
yeah, and then you can quit out of here, and I'll.
Well, anybody that's in the chat that would like to throw out some questions to JG, you're more than welcome to throw them up in there, and I can share it with everybody. But
Yeah, sounds good.
thank you for sharing that, man.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate you having me on. It was really exciting because it's like a format. It's not like a novel
Mm-hmm.
because you need to have the sound and the music, and coordinating all of
Mm-hmm.
that is really challenging. And I would absolutely recommend Tyranno Builder to anyone who's like, by the end, I was really straining at. I was like, why won't it do this? Why won't it do that? But at the beginning, it eases you into it so like
Okay.
smoothly that I would absolutely recommend it to anyone who's looking to get into visual novels or sound novels
Well, cool.
as kind of a first step, maybe.
Is there any way you can create another project where you can monetize that?
Absolutely. Tyranno Builder is, it's like a platform. You
Mm-hmm.
can make anything you want with it. So it's very possible to do. It's kind of difficult to do it all as one person,
Oh, I'm sure.
like particularly if there's like character art or voice acting or things like
Mm-hmm.
that. But from the perspective of a fan production, and
Mm-hmm.
learning this new format, this new mode of expression,
Mm-hmm.
it was a great experience for me. Itch.io has lots of introductory game jams. So
Mm-hmm.
if anybody is looking to do like interactive fiction of some kind, like, old Infocom games would be an
Mm-hmm.
example, or there's lots of Twine games that are more Twine as another platform.
Okay.
There's a lot of them that are more dramatic and more like character focused. But I would recommend, game jams as a way to
Okay.
open yourself up to different modes of writing if you haven't ever tried it.
Yeah, there was a gentleman that was actually up on Scribbler Saudi around Christmas time. You might want to check back on the past streams, but he actually created like an interactive novel as well that would be perfect for what you're doing. And
Yeah, totally. It's a whole different world, and
yeah,
there really is, kind of a lot of untapped territory there. I
yeah,
feel like there's lots of things that we just don't haven't
yeah.
developed yet in it.
You may want to reach out to him because he's been working on that project for like 10 years.
Oh my god.
Oh, I know, I know.
the last
That's what
thing
I
the
said.
last thing he probably needs is another oar in the water at this point. Like, just
But
what he needs, someone coming in after 10 years with new
oh,
ideas.
there you go. There you go. There you go.
How have things been going for you?
Going well. I had to take a little bit of time off from streaming. I was studying for a test at work. Basically studying for the Series 7. I don't know if you know what that is. It's basically
No.
selling bonds and stocks
Oh,
for
interesting.
one of the major stocks and holders and stuff like that.
So
Sellers.
it's kind of almost like a license, sort of.
You have to be licensed. Yeah, you have to be registered in every state. I passed that test. All of them except for actually getting the larger license one. So I'm studying on
Right.
stream a little bit, and I've got a year to pass it. So,
Okay.
but yeah,
Well,
that.
that'd be a huge accomplishment if you
Oh
can do
yeah,
that. Not everyone that gets into it can do that. So that's great for that
I'm
you're
very
have
thankful.
that ambition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what kind of projects are you going to be working on in the future?
You know, my office has sort of put me to be working from home,
Mm-hmm.
and my wife has just started a new sort of educational sort of foray, as
Okay.
she was canned during the pandemic.
Oh,
So
I'm sorry to hear
she's
that.
trying. Yeah, it was one of those things where it was like the people. She was in healthcare, and a
Mm-hmm.
big conglomerate took over her position,
Mm,
and they just made it really clear they didn't want her around. So
okay.
it was very unpleasant, but it's also an opportunity to try something new. So she's trying to go back to grad school.
Oh wow.
So the two of us are sitting around the house, a lot, trying not to rub each other the wrong way.
I hear
Uh,
you.
but but yeah, I really need to get back to a new project, because learning this new thing was
Mm-hmm.
very time consuming. So I've kind of getting out the old notebook and looking at the old ideas, maybe get out the story engine cards,
There you go.
and see if that sparks something good. And
Well, you're more.
I don't have anything pending right now, though. I'm kind of like coasting on the adrenaline of releasing this thing.
I'll be superly overjoyed. Do you have you in the stream all the time? You don't have to show your work or anything. We can just sit here, and I like to get other writers in here. I mean, I think writing should not be in a closet anymore. To be frankly honest,
Yeah, yeah.
and for a
I
go ahead. Yeah.
just getting online with another writer, even if it's just with sprints, and you're keeping each other accountable by
Mm-hmm.
you're writing and I'm writing, and then at the end we just say, hey, it went well, or oh, it sucked. I wrote two sentences and like got stuck.
Yeah.
whatever it is, it really helps you keep on point when there's the whole internet to distract you.
I remember one NaNoWriMo I was really struggling, and I actually got like 3 or 4 paragraphs for all of NaNoWriMo. It was sad,
Cool.
but it was awesome. It's the intro to the second book.
Right, right. Hey, if
So,
they're the right 3 or 4 paragraphs,
yeah.
that can trigger a lot of things. But honestly, the only thing I fill up on in my Twitch stream
Hmm.
is just writers, because
Okay.
that to me is the
So you do
most interesting.
streaming as
And
well?
I have not ever streamed. What
Okay.
you just saw was my first attempt at streaming anything. You did it. You got me onto a
There
stream.
you go.
But yeah, I follow a lot of writers, and I try to, like,
Okay.
when I sit down to work, I try to put someone on who will keep me accountable in that way. So I'll
Well,
be thrilled to see you around again. Yeah.
yeah, if you want to be here and be up in the stream, you can be a co-host if you like. One thing with StreamYard, they actually started co-hosting as well, which is
Oh,
really nice. So
interesting.
it gives you more bells and whistles if I give them to you.
Oh,
And what's
cool.
really interesting,
Well, yeah.
you can
If I'm around, absolutely,
throw up,
we can jump
your.
in.
I mean, of course, I got to need to get a little bit more eyes. You can put comments that people say up here, which really is really nice.
Oh, that's interesting.
Since if I am a affiliate, I can't reshare the content to YouTube until what 24 or 48 hours or something like that. So I'm going to
Oh, I see. Okay. So
start.
they put restrictions on you for where you can post videos and stuff.
Well, you can't multi-stream at the same time since I'm an affiliate, if that makes sense.
Affiliate of.
Twitch.
Oh, I see. Okay. So
Yeah.
Twitch has a restriction where you reach a
Hmm.
certain level and they want your stuff first.
Correct.
Interesting. See, this is all
Which
new
is
to me.
fair.
Like,
Which is fair. You know.
hey, if there's enough benefit for it, that makes, fair
Hmm.
enough. Like,
Hmm.
this is all news to me. So,
If you want me to teach you how to do all this stuff, I can do that as well.
well, it might be a little more than I need, but I'll be around for
Okay.
sure.
Well,
I'll be around for
if you
sure.
want me to do the heavy lifting on the streaming, if you just want to hang, and I would love to have other writers come on. We can interview them if you would like to come up with your own questions,
Sure.
because I can't come up with all the questions. Um, but
Yeah, yeah.
not to throw names or anything like that. Have you ever heard of? Oh, great, I'm drawing a blank right now. Gail Martin. She wrote
I
the
don't think so.
Necromancer series. She actually got a couple awards.
Nice.
She actually, we've met each other around, and we actually worked on a project way back when. Not necessarily novel writing, but it was another writing company actually for publishing. But um, that's how I met her, and she started novel writing. She's a PR person, and
Interesting.
she knows how to pump her books out. She couldn't get published in the United States or anything, so she went overseas and got it published over there.
That's great.
And got it published
That's
through
great.
Orbit Books. Yeah, she's been on panels like with Patrick Rothfuss, George R. Martin, and stuff like
Nice.
that. So I just want to pull some more people in. Maybe
Yeah.
have like, I don't know if you heard of Writing Excuses with Brandon Sanderson. Um, and
No, but I know Sanderson for sure. I
yeah,
like his
look up
books a lot.
Writing Excuses. They've been doing a podcast over 10 years, and
Nice.
yeah, and it's got some really good information. Not necessarily to copy what they've done, but just keep it fun, man. You
Sure,
know.
sure.
So.
Cool.
Well,
All right. Well, very good, man.
thank you for popping in. Yeah, you
Hey, no problem.
called me at the right time. I was ending my stream.
Well, good. Happy I'm able to put a
Yeah.
punctuation mark on it.
Well,
Just yeah, if anyone wants to is an Umaneko fan and wants to download my sound novel, they can just hit up jdcorley.itch.io, and
cool.
it's right there under Gift of the Golden Witch.
All right.
I also have an older Twine thing that I did based on a historical screenplay that I found, so that was kind of neat too.
Okay.
But yeah. I
All right.
appreciate you having me on.
You're on the East Coast, right?
West. No, I'm in the far southwest. I'm about 2 hours from Mexico. Put it that way.
So what time do you have right now? Not to be nosy.
No, it's all right. It's 7:15 p.m.
So you're about a 2 hours difference.
Mm-hmm.
So would 4:30 be too bad for you?
It really varies. Like, I just have
Okay.
a lot of house responsibilities and stuff. one day is good and one day is bad,
That's understandable.
but I'll be around. I'll
Yeah.
be around.
Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, or maybe an
All
extra
right,
stream here.
very good.
I'll catch you later, man. Well, guys,
All right.
I'm actually going to find somebody to raid here, and
Okay.
and
Adios. See you later, everyone.
take care of JD. That was really, really cool. Nice of him to pop on and tell us about what he's working on. I think he's doing some, as far as RPG stuff, some really revolutionary type stuff.